my biggest thing is if non-monogamy is a valid lifestyle choice, then that means monogamy is too. And so I'm a big proponent in what evolved actually means is that you figure out what works for you and then you date your species. Like that's evolved. So if you're into kink, it's not that poly's more evolved than kink, or kink is more evolved than swinging, or poly's more evolved than swinging, and they're all more evolved than monogamy. What's evolved is if we can give everybody space and permission to really figure out what they need and to be able to ask for it, and then to surround themselves ideally with people for whom that works. That's what I think is evolved. And so slowly the polyamory community is getting better about not dissing monogamy. And the non-marriage folks are getting better about not dissing marriage and stuff like that. And the non-breeders are getting better about not dissing the breeders. And like I just would like more of that happening. And I think it's a normal human response when you start giving yourself permission to find your self-expression, to defend it. Mm-hmm. And one of the easiest ways to defend it is you attack the quote-unquote the other, which is usually whatever was, culturally prescribed to begin with. That's the thing I would want. And of course, socially speaking, if I can just get political for one smidge, I would really like us to stop this bullshit debate about who has rights over, female bodies. And can we just let women make their own choices around things like, birth control and abortion and all that stuff? Which was off topic, but I think important. There, I'm done.
I think you nailed it. That last aspect, the choice thing. I think that's absolutely the problem, and I think that you can certainly list all of the problems with how polyamory is perceived by the mainstream America, and you will have no shortage of people griping about those things. But I do think that the whole point of polyamory, the whole point of open relationships being visible, is that it's just showing people that they actually have a choice as to what they want their family structure to look like. Mm-hmm. And if that choice is monogamy, then Yahtzee, that's great. But it shouldn't be the default. It should be a choice that we all get to opt into, whether or not, so the way we're actually informed about it. So that's where I get definitely crotchety, is that people just assume heterosexuality, monogamy, these, making babies, these things are the default and everything else is abnormal, when really we should be giving everybody the freedom of choice to create their friend or their family structures however they want.
Can I add something too? I think it'd be really useful for people of whatever you're into to acknowledge, especially in North American culture and American culture, how much this overachievingness has seeped into the bedroom now. To where, if you're not making your partner squirt across the room and knocking over a lamp, then somehow you're having mediocre sex. And there's also this weird thing that's happening in the sex positive movement, where if you don't like every kind of sex, somehow you're repressed. Yeah. And this is just good for not even just poly people, but everybody, to understand that exploring and trying stuff and figuring out that you don't like something, giving yourself permission to not like everything, that's actually really evolved. You're not broken because you don't like deep throating, or you don't like to be deep throated, or you don't like this, or you don't like that, or you don't like, but you're not interested in butt sex. Whatever those things are, I wish we could really kind of give everybody the permission to certainly give them ways to explore things safely, whether it's even non-monogamy. But that it's okay if you try non-monogamy and then you realize, you know what, I don't think I'm poly, or I don't think I'm a swinger, or I don't think I'm slutty. Mm-hmm. And you're not unevolved because you're not running around, sticking things in your butt and sleeping with everybody.